Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by Chad McComas, the Executive Director of Rogue Retreat. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So I'm curious, you're here in Downtown Medford. What do you think is the homeless situation here downtown today versus 6 months ago versus a year ago? Where do we stand?
Well, there's no doubt we're increasing. There are more homeless than there were, when we started Rogue Retreat in 1998, there weren't the homeless like there are today. And in the last 5 years, it's just gone crazy. And I think as we look across what's happening with the housing crisis, more and more people are needing housing and it's not there and the availability is low, then people are raising rents, we're getting more people on the streets. There's just a lot of issues.
There's a lot of nonprofits who are trying to work together, like yourself, All Care, United Way, trying to collaborate. There's so much that can be done, but it's obviously a big task. Where do you guys stand with those collaborative efforts in trying to tackle this huge problem?
Well, I really think what's happening with the nonprofits is that they are knowing that they all need each other desperately, so we're clinging onto each other and trying to help each other grow and be sustainable. And we're seeing some good things happening. I know that here in Medford we created this, I'm not part of it, but the Continuum of Care is coming up. It's always kind of been there, but not like it is now, and they're all coming together saying, we got to solve this thing. So they're working well together.
What about mental health? Your boots on the ground, if you will. You see these people coming in. What percentage of them have mental health issues? Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier. Many of the homeless have mental health issues, and they've often said, is it the mental health issue that leads to homelessness, or homelessness that leads to mental health? It's a yes both ways. Because if you're on the streets with no hope, you're eventually going to start losing it and be able to deal with reality. So there are more and more mental health challenges. And if you talk to the mental health community out there that are trying to solve these things, they just feel desperately overwhelmed. There are no quick and easy answers, no place to send somebody. I had a guy yesterday come over to our church and say, I need to be in a mental institution somewhere. There is none. There's no place to send him. So we can send him to 2 North and he can be there for 2 or 3 days, but there really are very few options after that.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to hear with Chad McComas, the Executive Director of Rogue Retreat. Chad, again, thanks for being here. Curious about the Kelly shelter. You guys are trying to go full-time with the shelter here in downtown Medford. Where do we stand?
Sure, absolutely. We've run it now for 3 seasons. We're going to end the end of March for our 3rd time. And we've been working with other agencies, and we've got a plan. I think we're going to be full-time by the fall. We need that desperately. It's nice to have it, in the cold months, but then what about the rest of the year? And the way we do a shelter is we do case management with it. So we're trying to not just house the homeless, we're trying to help the homeless be not homeless. And so we're having some pretty good success at that. So a full-time shelter will be a good thing. We'll start dealing with these people day in after day, day in and day out, getting them off the streets, getting them moved on to housing or whatever, jobs.
And it's obviously warming up now, but is this something we think maybe we can have figured out by the time winter
I think
comes
we'll have
back
it
again?
figured out by next fall.
Excellent to hear. Okay, so what about Hope Village? In case people don't know, Rogue Retreat operates Hope Village, tiny homes over there in West Medford. Are you guys expanding? Where do we
are. The City Council gave us permission in July to expand another 16 units. We're almost done with this phase. I think we're about 25,000 short of what we need to do to finish off. But we should this week fill another couple of houses and by May have all those 16 filled. Which will then have 40 to 45 people off the streets, which we're excited about. And then what do we do next? A second village. But we're actually working right now with Grants Pass. They're trying to create their own village. And so we think that'll happen sometime in the next 6 to 9 months. And then Ashland will probably be next after that.
Interesting. Okay. And what about housing, because that's part of it, of course, but you and I were talking about the bill that's been signed as an emergency by the governor, passed, of course, by the legislature, but you're still seeing problems out there with people, even senior citizens, being kicked out.
Absolutely. So a person gets stable, where are they going to go? And if you're applying for one of these rental that's open, there's probably hundreds of people wanting to get into a rental. The last person that's going to get accepted is probably one of these homeless people moving up. So we really do have some things we need to create as a community. We're going to have to find more housing options and do it. And I know our community is talking about it, but it's not a quick fix.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's an honor.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.